You know that feeling when you're trapped in an absolute maze of account settings just trying to cancel a subscription? Yeah, we have all been there. So let's dive right into this explainer and conquer one of the most notoriously frustrating tech menus you might ever encounter: canceling your Xbox Game Pass subscription. If you've been putting this off because it just feels like too much of a hassle, you are in exactly the right place.
Look, if you've recently realized you're being charged every single month for a massive digital library of games that you literally haven't touched in weeks, you are definitely not alone. It happens to the absolute best of us. You sign up for a great promotional deal, life gets super busy, and boom, suddenly you're paying for a service you aren't even using. Well, the value you're going to get out of this explainer today is immediate. We are going to stop those unwanted charges, untangle the confusing billing menus, and put that hard-earned money right back in your pocket.
Here's our quick game plan for today. We'll start with a brief intro to Game Pass, then jump into the step-by-step cancellation guide. After that, we'll cover common issues and solutions, talk about managing your subscriptions moving forward, and wrap up with some final tips.
All right, Section 1, Intro to Game Pass.
Game Pass is essentially the Netflix of video games, right? It gives you this incredible rotating library of hundreds of games and those huge day-one releases. But listen, it is not a lifelong marriage contract. And with those massive 2026 price hikes for premium tiers like Ultimate and PC, it's a completely valid move to reevaluate if it's actually worth it for you right now. Whether you're reacting to those increased costs or you honestly just don't have the gaming time you used to, pausing your membership is incredibly common. But actually doing it, that's where things get a little bit tricky.
So, Section 2, our step-by-step cancellation guide.
If you are on a PC or using a web browser, this sequence right here is the absolute fastest and most reliable way to stop your automatic payments. It's super simple. You just navigate to account.microsoft.com/services and sign in. Just make sure you're using the exact Microsoft account tied to your subscription. From there, locate your active Game Pass tier, click Manage, and then select either Cancel or Turn off recurring billing. Follow a couple of on-screen prompts to confirm, and you are officially free from the next billing cycle.
But hey, what if you don't want to get off the couch and go to a computer? If you want to cancel directly from your console, just grab your controller and follow this exact path on your Xbox Series X or S dashboard. Hit that glowing Xbox button, navigate over to Profile and System, drop down to Settings, open up your account menu, and select Subscriptions. From there, just choose your Game Pass plan and hit Cancel. The console's going to walk you through a few quick confirmation screens, and then you're totally set.
Now here is a massive curveball. If you are trying to do this on the go from your phone, pay close attention. I know it sounds totally counterintuitive, but the official Xbox mobile app actually lacks the functionality to manage your subscription. You literally can't do it there. To cancel on a smartphone, you have to use a mobile web browser like Safari or Chrome to access the Microsoft portal directly, exactly like you would on a desktop computer. Let's move on to Section 3, Common Issues and Solutions.
Listen to this real complaint we found from a Reddit user. Quote, I forgot it was on, and now I have a past due of $20. I don't understand why I have to pay for a past due, even though it automatically cancels the subscription. End quote. This perfectly highlights the deep confusion surrounding Microsoft's auto-renewal failure policies. People assume that if a card declines, the service just cleanly cancels itself. Unfortunately, that is just not how Microsoft's billing system works.
When your scheduled payment fails, your account actually enters what's called a past due suspension. So Microsoft suspends your access to the games, sure, but they do not officially cancel the actual contract you agreed to. The crazy part? You cannot cancel your plan if it's suspended with a past due balance, meaning you literally have to pay off that newly accumulated debt just to unlock your account settings so you can finally turn off the recurring billing. It's a super frustrating loop, but paying that balance is the only way out.
Now, what about getting your money back? Well, if you're hoping to get a refund for a month you didn't use, Microsoft's incredibly strict 30-day or first billing cycle window is basically your only shot at a prorated refund. Generally speaking, digital subscriptions like this are completely non-refundable outside of that very specific, very narrow window.
Okay, here is another super common troubleshooting panic moment. What do you do if you log in, go to your subscription, and the cancel option is just completely missing? Well, if your settings display a button that says Turn on Recurring Billing, you can breathe a massive sigh of relief. That specific phrasing means your subscription is already set to naturally expire at the end of the current cycle, and you won't be charged again. There is absolutely nothing else you need to do. You're good.
All right, Section 4, Managing your subscriptions.
Here are a couple of quick pro tips to manage your digital footprint like a boss. Always aim to cancel 24 to 48 hours before your actual billing date, just to make absolutely sure the system fully processes your request in time. And please, don't worry about all your hard work. Canceling does not delete your game saves or your achievements from the cloud. They are tied to your Xbox profile forever. In fact, if there's a game on Game Pass you absolutely love, use your active membership to buy a permanent digital copy at up to 50% off right before your current billing cycle ends. It's a great little hack.
Oh, and one huge caveat. Keep in mind that how you signed up dictates exactly how you leave. If you originally signed up through a third-party partner, like Apple or Google Play, you are completely at the mercy of their respective subscription menus. You won't be able to cancel on the Microsoft website at all. You'll have to go deep into your iPhone or Android system settings to shut off the billing through those specific app stores.
Which brings us to Section 5, Conclusion and Final Tips. Let's do a quick recap to lock this in. Managing these subscriptions is incredibly easy once you actually know the rules. Remember, the PC or web browser route is definitely the easiest method. You absolutely have to resolve any past due bills before you can cancel, and you can rest easy knowing you keep your access to downloaded games right up until the final day of your current paid billing cycle.
So I've got to ask you guys, what is the main reason you are pausing your gaming subscriptions right now? Is it the 2026 price increases? Are you just lacking the time to play? Share your experiences and any roadblocks you've run into down in the comments so we can all help each other navigate these digital hurdles.
Just a quick professional disclaimer before we wrap up. Official policies, refund windows, and pricing tiers constantly shift over time, so please always double-check the Microsoft support website for the absolute most up-to-date terms and conditions. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer today. As the gaming landscape keeps shifting, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Will subscription models remain the absolute future of gaming? Or is the era of simply owning your games outright about to make a massive comeback? Let me know what you think, and happy saving.